Did the Leafs just win 3-0? Yeah, they actually did. So who gets the shutout? Gustavsson, McDonald, or Irony?
Boom! You ready? Ding.
Big news.
What? Whoosh. Seriously?
No pigs yet.
What?
What was he doing?
Wow.
Bring him on.
Beautiful.
Leafs win 3-0 against Le Canadiens, and what a difference 24 hours makes. Lose 3-0 to the Sabres, win 3-0 against the Habs. And while that is great news, we gotta pause because we all know what the story of the game is. Just like he did against the Buffalo Sabres, Jonas Gustavsson kept the door shut for the entire first period. The difference in this case, he didn't come back for the second. The monster was taken to hospital for precautionary reasons, the team says, over concerns about his heart. He had to deal with this problem earlier in the season. They say it's precautionary, but you just gotta hope for the best. And when you think about it, injuries aside, Gustavsson has been through a lot over the last few months. Something fans don't appreciate as much as they should, because you see European players come to North America all the time. Yeah, you're going from big ice to small ice, but you're also going from one continent to another. And in your first season of doing that, yeah, I can imagine that would wear on you. Ron Wilson said they only wanted to play Gustavsson for 30 games this season, and he'd probably play that by Christmas. Oh, and the teeny tiny little tidbit that he plays for Toronto. All of those things wear on the body. And something to consider, in the NHL, we always talk about the Stanley Cup hangover. Oh, a team that goes to the finals is going to be tired for when the next season begins. They're not going to be recuperated enough. Gustavsson went all the way to the finals with Färjestad and won the Swedish Elite League title. 42 regular season games plus 13 in the playoffs, and then making the transition to the NHL? That's hard. Now, I don't claim to be a doctor. I know what I know about the human body from the Magic School Bus. Come on, bus, do your stuff! Apparently, Miss Frizzle sounds like a high-pitched Rick Jenner. But what I'm trying to say is the guy has been put through a lot, and all you can do is hope that he overcomes what he's battling. Again, it was deemed precautionary, so take confidence in that. And take confidence in the fact that Joey McDonald, when he stepped in, solid. Now my question to you though, with Toskala still injured, with James Reimer down on the Marley still injured, with Gustafsson's status kind of up in the air, do the Leafs need to go out and get some sort of veteran presence in net? It was suggested during the broadcast it just may be necessary. But then again, I don't know about you, I have confidence in Joey McDonald. He did very well with what only can be described as a rough situation with the Islanders last year. Offensively, the Leafs started the game with an unlikely source, Colton Orr scoring his first of the year, first in 77 games and first as a Leaf, to give the Leafs a 1-0 lead. And he becomes the latest Leaf to summon, oh, he's bringing out the finger mustache power. And speaking of finger with a blast from the point and makes it 2-0 Leafs. A little later, Staging comes in on a partial break and just a solid shot, roofs it glove side on Carey Price. He makes it 3-0. The guy has been hot lately. I asked you a few videos ago if you thought Staging had played his way out of the fans' doghouse. Now that he's continued to be hot, I'll ask it again. Has Staging played his way out of the fans' doghouse? Speaking of doghouse, here's a stat that I put on Twitter before the game. Heading into the Leafs-Habs game, Jason Blake and Lee Stempniak were tied for the Leaf lead in shots on goal with 78 apiece. One has 2 goals, the other has 5 for a combined 7. And a combined shot percentage of less than 4.5%. Now that'll get you in the doghouse. However, and credit should be given where credit's due, both played a feisty game against the Habs and were solid defensively. In terms of what they can do better, is it time for these guys to dish the puck more because they're getting the shots but it's not going in? Or do they just stay with what they're doing and hope that the puck goes in for them eventually? Now those are two players who haven't produced a lot lately, but at the same time they've found other ways to contribute. And then there's Mikhail Grabovski. What did I say about him last year? Watching Grabovski was just kind of this little neutral zone floaty dance all game, and then someone would jump him for a pass like 1 time out of 9, and he would get sprung on like not even a partial break, get kind of an exciting shot, and for a brief second all the fans would go, whoo! He hasn't scored yet though. It just seems that whenever he's got the puck, he's either skating straight into 3 defensemen and getting stripped of the puck, or he's doing a behind-the-back pass to a teammate that's not really there. Now with John Mitchell healthy, I'd say maybe it's time to sit him, but he's not, so guess you gotta deal with it. But other than that, c'est fini. The Leafs win 3-0 against the Montreal Canadiens as their 100th anniversary continues and continues and continues. Although props to the Habs for not wearing your Where's Waldo jerseys. And for a bit of shameless self-promotion, I just got 1,000 followers on Twitter. Please be one of them. Let me know what you think about the Gustavsson situation, and stepping aside from the Leafs, Ovechkin 2 games for his knee-on-knee with Tim Gleason. Play Goldilocks. Too hard, too soft, or just right. Peace guys. Columbus on Thursday.